Freedom Convoy USA still trucking the long route to Washington, D.C. and growing by the mile. Persistence is key here as the mandates are just magically evaporating from state to state. What are Americans supposed to do? Just take the masks off and now keep your medical information private between your family and your physician and just forget about what happened through the last 2 years? No, apology not accepted. There should be people accountable for all of the problems and misinformation and overuse of control that has caused so many American lives to be ruined. But let's see what happens. The convoy is now in Vinita, Oklahoma. Tomorrow, March 1st, they will be arriving at Sullivan, Missouri. Guys, so let's see what's going on in the news. The YouTube channels in our interstates and directly from the truckers themselves. Like specifically a YouTuber that I follow. His name is Saznak. That's his name of the channel. It stands for Kansas, spelled backwards. And you can see for yourself the caliber and the personality and how humble and beautiful friendly these truckers really are from all around our nation. Let's see for ourselves. Editor, roll clip, fair use.
With just about all the turnpike overpasses filled with people waving flags and holding signs, the People's Convoy drove across Oklahoma, through Tulsa County, Rogers County, and ended in Craig County for the night. Brian Brazzi, the co-organizer of the convoy, says it's been overwhelming seeing the support.
I don't think there's been a single overpass from New Mexico to here that it didn't have people on it.
He says their mission is to end the national state of emergency, end the vaccine mandates, restore liberty and freedom, and lastly,
we're looking for some accountability of our elected and unelected officials. We want through bipartisan congressional hearings and investigations into the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic and both the federal and state levels of government's responses to this pandemic.
People came from near and far, even from Kansas and Missouri, to witness the convoy and show their support. Janet Adamson from Derby, Kansas, says her dad was a trucker, and that's why she came.
I know my dad, if he was still alive, he would have wanted to have been here. And if he couldn't have been here, he would have been here in spirit with them.
The convoy will continue their long journey across the country with an end goal of reaching our nation's capital on March 5th. When I asked about their plans in D.C., Brazzi says he can't share those details, but did say this.
But I'll put it like this. We're not going away until we get what we want.
Just go truckers. We're behind you. We're behind you. And thank you for what you're doing.
Global scale, this is a global issue, and we're standing up as citizens of the world to protect our God-given human rights.
It's all about freedom of choice.
My body, my choice really comes down to that, period. And to have something forced upon you is not the American way.
You have to mention here, the State of the Union address, which is supposed to happen tomorrow, it's pretty amazing. I suggested a while ago that I would not be surprised if there was a mask removal that happened directly before the State of the Union so that Joe Biden could go out there and say he had defeated COVID. Now, of course, that's really, really silly. Joe Biden did not defeat COVID. Omicron defeated COVID. Omicron defeated COVID by getting everyone who didn't already have natural immunity infected, and many people who already had vax immunity, natural immunity. So everybody at this point has either natural or vax immunity. That's because of Omicron. It has nothing to do with Joe Biden, who's been incompetent all the way throughout COVID. More people have died under his watch with a working vaccine than died under Donald Trump without a working vaccine. So what's happening? The U.S. Capitol attending physician said on Sunday, masks will be optional on Capitol Hill starting the day before Joe Biden is to deliver his State of the Union address. Why? Because Joe Biden didn't want the spectacle of a bunch of people in the audience wearing masks while the rest of the country is already on masks because we're already done, because we've been done in some parts of the country for a year. Joe Biden didn't want to look ridiculous. And so magically the science changed just in time for the State of the Union.
Here's a scoop. It's my understanding that if they head towards Washington, D.C., there's already an emergency plan put into that they're going to repel them. Mm-hmm. Let's just say, I don't know, with...
militarily.
Yeah, they're going to repel them. And from my understanding of this is if they do, the truckers are going to be peaceful, mm-hmm. but they're going to just go and turn off their trucks. Mm-hmm. And that means Nothing gets moved.
Nothing.
Hear that loud and clear. Nothing gets moved. Or even if, let's just say, even if half the truck, let's go crazy land. Half of the trucks in the country stop moving. Can you imagine how that would cripple everything that you buy?
Only half of the trucks. Right.
Fuel prices will go insane. Oh yeah, and there's that whole pesky Ukraine thing. I'm sure that won't affect fuel prices at all. Right?
Right.
At all.
Oh my.
No. We're already in psycho-inflation land, and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
So my recommendation to you folks is if you have a couple bucks laying around, go buy some non-perishables. Because here's the thing. Again, we're not dealing with not fear, but also we don't stand to gain a thing from this other than we want you to be prepared.
Right.
Get some non-perishable stuff. Don't worry about the goofy things. Like, go buy some things that if it's sat on your shelf for 6 months, it's going to be fine.
It'll be fine. Right.
And part of the big deal is that you're not going to lose out anyway because food's inflation is going up.
Before you got the phone here, she likes the work you do. Pastor, thank you and God bless from the convoy. Got the locals on the shoulder. The sheriffs are on the shoulder for us here. I'm going to kick this load off and I'm going to turn around and catch up with you and run up here with you, Zoe. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the Leo support. They are in the hammer lane. They don't look to be associated with us. Couple Leos sitting on the shoulder just at the 60. Big American constitutional supporters, go get them, guys. God bless America. Your support, God bless. Amen. God bless America and God bless the American truckers. Amen. Amen on that, brother. Thank you, thank you. I can honestly say in 30 years there's been a lot of strikes that I know about, but I sure am proud to be with y'all.
Hey guys, it's Jose, your regular Joe Blow, keeping an eye out and my ears open as always. Always learning, getting the great scoops. So guys, do your research. Don't take anything at face value, especially mainstream media. As you have seen firsthand how great these truckers are. Don't carry the misconception of what they're telling you out there. Guys, I have nothing but the utmost respect. Full salute, guys. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep trucking. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. Stay free.
It ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail.